I can't believe the Aces just won. Welcome to another week of GMT. The Aces just won the championship. This has been a crazy 24 hours. This has been a crazy season. That's really what it's been. This has been a crazy year for women in sports. I don't know what was unleashed in the Olympics last year, but I have no words. So much has been going on in W alone that I don't even know how else to do a quick catch up other than starting with Fee. Number 5 on my list is Fee. Every time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make a video. Oh, I'm gonna make an episode. Oh, I'm gonna make a video. Fee does something else. I expected Minnesota to win the national championship. That was my expectation coming out of last season because of how tolerable Fee was at the end of the season. That is not what happened. I think a lot of people wrote Fee off pretty early in this, not just this season, but in Unrivaled and stuff, like her calling herself MVP or MVP, whatever, which she is MVP of Unrivaled. But I wrote her off because of the fan base behind A'ja Wilson, which I am so for supporting A'ja Wilson. She's iconic. And I'm the only reason I'm not going to sit here and do the most while wearing her jersey. We don't have time. She's iconic. Fee is also a very, very, very amazing player. Incredible. Also, I feel like if you make it pro in any sport or anything in life, if you become an expert, I feel like you can say that you are the best of the best. Is it true if we look at the stats and we look at the awards? No. But is it true that it's possible? Yes. And I think women, especially in athletics, women being their biggest fans, their biggest champions, their biggest, I'm here, Beyonce. That's how every woman should walk into the room. It shouldn't be I'm really good, but I'm not as good as A'ja. Are you joking? I can say that, but Fee should never come out of her mouth and be like, oh, Asia's better than me. It's a competitive sport. Anyway, a lot of people wrote her off, but the thing is, y'all don't know Fee. Y'all don't know Fee. Fee is tea, okay? That is a business. Not just a businesswoman, that is a business. I enjoyed her speech. I'm gonna play a little clip of it.
It's the lack of accountability from the league office. Since I've been in the league, you've heard the constant concerns about officiating, and it has now reached levels of inconsistency that plague our sport and undermine the integrity in which it operates. Whether the league cares about the health of the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage. Year after year, the only thing that remains consistent is the lack of accountability from our leaders. They ignore the issues that everyone inside the game is begging to be fixed. That is negligence. At Unrivaled this past February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the refs. I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. That's a mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't value us. The league believes it succeeds despite its players, not because of them. I have the privilege of watching my husband run a league where he has to balance 100 different things at once. I won't pretend the job is easy, but even with all of that on his plate, he always takes the time to reach out to players when he sees an injury, whether it's Unrivaled or even during the WNBA season. That is what leadership looks like. It's the human element. It's basic integrity, and it's the bare minimum any leader should embody. This year alone, I've gotten calls, texts, and well wishes from so many players across the league. Those moments remind me that sometimes there are things bigger than the results than this game we play. But do you know who I haven't heard from? Kathy. Not one call, not one text. Instead, the only outreach has come from her number 2 telling my agent that she doesn't believe physical play is contributing to injuries. That is infuriating, and it's the perfect example of the tone-deaf, dismissive approach that our leaders always seem to take.
I think Fee is the answer to a lot of unanswered prayers. The point is, a lot of people don't know that Fee is really that girl, and she's very serious about Unrivaled. Arguably more serious than Brie, but like, this is like her baby. I'm sure it's both of their babies. I think it's stemmed from a place of dissatisfaction. Unrivaled brings a lot of things to the table, not just a place for athletes to go and play in the United States. She's really passionate about Unrivaled, and she's hired people who are very passionate about Unrivaled. And I think to have a company be so much better than the W League, or to have a league be so much better than the W, and it's so small. Like it's like 8 teams of 3 people. It's kind of like, yikes. And I think from my perspective as well, it's less players to worry about. It's less all of these little things to worry about, sure. But in terms of the promotion, in terms of the pay, in terms of the communication, in terms of the media, like, I think from my experience, Kathy operates from a place of, oh, I know you, so I'm going to let you do it. And I don't know how deep that runs, but I admire that even though there's a lot of people who know a lot of people in Unrivaled, they're all incredibly amazing at their jobs. Like, who else would you pick to be the chief growth executive? Who else are you hiring to be the chief brand officer? Who else are you hiring to be the chief brand officer? It's great that we all have great relationships. We all have great relationships with sports. Not me, but we all kind of know each other from sports and things like that. And yes, a lot of opportunities function that way. But Kathy will just hire her friends, bro. She'll like, and no shade. I don't want to sound ageist, but like, this specifically is stemming from the fact that she would not let me do draft day for, I think, 2022, 2023, and 2024. 2025, like, there were a lot of brands that wanted to work with the athletes, and Paige was coming in. A lot has changed since before, but if I had at least established myself in that way in 2022, it could have been a different story. And those athletes knew me and they wanted me to be their makeup artist. I got a chance to work with Angel before she got drafted. I got a chance to work with Haley Van Lith before she got drafted. I got a chance to work with Kiki Iriafen. I got a chance to work with Haley Jones. Congratulations, by the way, girl. She's getting married. The girls are getting married. The list, honestly, Deja Kelly, I got a chance to work with so many athletes before draft day, and I could have ran that. And those are just the ones off the top of my head. I've worked with so many athletes, especially since NIL. I work with high school kids and college kids now. So for me, like, in 2022, that would have been a really big deal to have that opportunity, especially when athletes are asking for that opportunity. But no, she went to hire her friends. And we see how that turned out. I don't want to be too spicy on Kathy, only because I don't know her personally and I'm not one of her players, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding. And I honestly feel like it's not just Kathy, it's the whole organization. There are so many good people that work in the W that are trying so hard, that are in between a rock and a hard place all the time. And they know what to do. Like, and I want a money trail as well. That's enough. That's enough on this topic. Fee dropped her speech, canceled her meeting with Kathy, met up with Kamala Harris. Her commercial, her TJ Maxx commercial, was running all finals. I don't hate Kathy. I don't hate the W. I think the W is a great organization. I just think that they need to let some brilliant people that they have in their company leave, or those brilliant people are going to leave the company and go to Unrivaled, which has happened. T. Number 4 in quick catch up is Angel joining Together. I thought that was really cool. I didn't know that players could do that. Together is probably like the best, what's the word I'm looking for? It's probably like the best. What is it? I don't really know what Together is. They sell t-shirts and they have social media platforms. In comparison to ESPNW, whatever Bleacher Report is doing, Just Women's Sports does so, like, they have so many like podcasts and so many opportunities for the girls. Who's running? Who's behind? What's going on? They just aren't catching. Hire me as like y'all need DI. Anyway, Together sells shirts, throws events, and is better than all of those other social media platforms. I know why. But it's really cool that Angel joined them, which leads me to number 3. Angel dropped her shoe. I don't know if this is even in order at this point, because Angel went on vacation for like 3 days. She flew like to a private island and then came back, and it was announcement after announcement after announcement. I don't even know when she worked on this. She dropped a shoe. I think she dropped 4 shoes. She dropped 4 shoes. Not the color I want. Not the color I want, but she's going to drop the color I want soon. And Angel, please don't play with me, bro. I'm actually really impressed. Like, I'm impressed. The shoe is really cute. I think like basketball shoes are not that cute. They're very long, and I feel like I have long feet. So I really liked Asia's shoe drop. I did like it, but I liked it in the sense of like, it is a very beautiful basketball shoe. Angel's shoes I like because it's a very beautiful shoe. What's going on? This leads me to number 2, Juicy Couture. She's the creative director. I don't want to say anything hurtful. Because it's honestly, it's not fair, but given the opportunity that Angel has been given, which I think was like maybe shy of 2 million followers after the viral moment, potentially less. Given the opportunity that Angel was given, would any other athlete act on that? We don't know. I guess we'll never know. Her team, I think it's just one lady, but if it's a team, listen, Angel would just be like, I could tell that Angel just be like, I want to do this. And her team just be like, say less. And I wish everybody understood the power that they have, because yes, not everyone in the league can be a creative director for Juicy Couture, but what? I don't know. The TJ Maxx commercial is cute, but why aren't we creative directing for TJ Maxx? I don't even know if that's like a thing, because TJ Maxx is like a store. But like, I feel like people aren't dreaming big enough outside of the lens of basketball. Like, we're dropping basketball shoes. We're doing basketball shoots. We're doing billboards and stuff with basketballs. And I feel like the W is so big right now. Y'all could do anything. This was actually supposed to be my topic, so I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. Number 1, Angel is walking in, I don't even know if I said Angel all those times. Have I been saying Angel? Because they just gave Asia the MVP award again. Like, anyway, I'm watching, but I'm working. Angel is walking in the Victoria's Secret fashion show. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Angel. It's so crazy because last year she had posted like on her story or like live or something. I saw it randomly. She was like, oh, like I want to be skinny so I can walk the Victoria's Secret show. Like, I want to walk the Victoria's Secret show. I was like, girl, you're an Amazon. Like, those girls are 5'7" at best. You are in the sky. That's why your name is Angel. You are up there. Okay? These hoes is down here. Walk that show. That's what I said. I said, girl, walk that show. The way you look now, walk that show. If that's what you want to do that. And Angel said, don't even worry about it. That is her brain. She said, you don't even worry about it. I adore Angel. I think that she's incredible. Angel is living the life that all the athletes should be living. I'm just so happy. That's my quick catch up. 99 cents in 99 secs. I wanted to talk about something else, but I just feel like this is so on topic for what we're already discussing when it comes to Angel. What is the athlete brand? I want to talk about it a little bit. I feel like with Angel's rollout, her shoe commercial, her Reebok announcement, Cash App, her little stint with Chanel on her story, Me Bounds, We Bounds, Whoever Bounds, McDonald's. Angel has done a lot of things that I wish more athletes would do. And I know that the argument is that not everybody is in Angel's position. I'm pretty sure Caitlin Clark is in Angel's position. And as much as you and I still feel like you were given a platform. What are you doing with it? I think the Time article was really cool. I think some things that she does is really cool, but her deals are Gatorade, Nike. What do you like? What would you want if sports is taken away? Because right now, all of the attention is on you. With Tosh is an activist. Like, not saying that sports can't be the only thing, or basketball or soccer or volleyball can't be the only thing that you care about, because you stuck to plan A and you made it. But like, Tosh's platform is activism. Angel is an it girl. It's simple math. It's not rocket science. Like, what do you care about? Do you care about our government? Do you care about climate change? Do you care about capitalism? I don't know. I just feel like that for me has been really hard to watch, because I do feel like there are a lot of athletes in a lot of sports that are in Angel's position. I think that there are athletes that have way more followers than her. Not in basketball, though. Alex Morgan has 9.5 players. 9.5. Alex Morgan has 9.5 million followers. So it's hard to be like, oh, like, okay, like Angel's doing this because she's getting the opportunity. She's getting the opportunity. No, Angel knows, no. Like, what are we doing with our platforms? What do we do? Like, what do you care about? Your kids? Like, you don't have no passion about anything. And you can see it in the content. I feel like the commercials are very boring. I feel like the W has the best commercials, but even in that, very boring, very tired. I think one of the best commercials was the Deloitte commercial with Sid and TP. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I hope I am, because they should have got writer's credits. They wrote their own jokes on that commercial. And why would that not be the first thing? Like, why would it not be like, hey, we want to shoot a commercial with you. We want to pay you for the commercial, but we also want to bring you into the writer room because you have more lore and more understanding of the niche community that you're in that we just don't have. Why not just be upfront, or hire a writer that is into sports, women's sports specifically? If you're not willing to hire the writer, then pay them to write. I'm sure, I don't know if they got paid extra for it or what the deal was. I wasn't in the room. But they should have got paid writers, and they should have got writers credits for that as well. That commercial is actually funny. Not all of them, but like at least Sid and TP's part is actually funny. It sounds like them. Whereas like everybody else kind of sounds like they're reading lines. And I just feel like Angel doesn't even talk in her commercials. Like, sometimes, I mean, there's some commercials that she does like a voiceover or whatever, but like, Angel's not reading the lines really in her commercials. And I feel like I need something to change. I am exhausted by the rhetoric of strong women fighting for their opportunity for change. I just feel like there needs to be a standard set where the work that is coming out, not just from leagues, not from just from Unrivaled, WNBA, and Athletes Unlimited and teams overseas and Team USA, but the work that's coming in from the individual athletes just needs to be better. I don't think that's 1,000% the athlete's fault. I don't think it's 1,000% the agent's fault. I really do think that the brands are taking advantage of athletes. And you know who they can't take advantage of? Angel. I do think that the more you know, the better. And I've seen models who nobody knows get treated like they are a 4-time MVP champion. There are certain things that the athletes get. Like, I know that Maisha's always with Asia when she's working or whatever to do her hair and things. And I'm pretty sure she has her own makeup artist as well. I don't know what it is, but this is what I'm passionate about. And I want that to be pushed to the forefront. Your team is going to do that. But if you just expect your team to tell you what you're interested in, they're not going to do that. They're going to go for the very generic opportunities. Nike, Gatorade. I need a player to sign with Red Bull. I want to go to F1. I love Gatorade too. Gatorade's been really good to me. I got to go to the Super Bowl and see Rihanna. I just also want to go overseas to F1. Why wouldn't an athlete want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just feel like I feel like the brands that have athletes signed have taken advantage of them. I feel like the commercials are tired. Even the beauty commercials are really tired. And that's no shade, because the artists don't know what to do. They're just going to do the makeup the way that they think is best on you and the way that they love it. And if you and the makeup artist or you and the hairstylist don't actually love the same look, it's not going to work. I've been around athletes since I was a child. There's no group of people that I feel like I know better. I've been around athletes and models since I was a child. And I feel like I know athletes better than I know models. And I love models. Models are easy. Models are just like, do whatever. But they're trained to be like, do whatever. They're trained to see themselves look crazy in the mirror and be like, okay, what angles do I have in my arsenal that I can make this work? Athletes are not trained to do that. They're not trained to learn lines for commercials. They're not trained for any of that. So there needs to be people put in place to give them the tools so that it comes out seamlessly. It comes out authentically. Make sure I don't look too crazy. I'm not a hairstylist. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. I just feel like more should be done. And also this opportunity that Angel has created by walking the Victoria's Secret fashion show, I think because it's happening on such a big scale, it needs to be taken advantage of. There are so many athletes. Tasha's expressed her interest in walking. Forget the ones who, I don't care who's expressed it, okay? There are some athletes that just don't have a choice. And like I said in my last video, there is a hunger for androgyny. And at the end of the day, stub butts, poppies, Ka, Naya, Paige, like, the industry would eat them up. Thank God for tunnel walks. I think that it will translate very well. 1, 2, we will be putting them in front of fashion icons. We'll be putting them in front of fashion icons. That will open doors for their stylists. That will open doors for their agents. That will open doors. Like, the possibilities are endless. And I'm just so tired of it just being shoes and basketball, protein shakes, energy drinks. I really want athletes to branch out, really branch out. I did yap a little bit, but I also didn't say too much. Now, if I have to bring this up again, I'm gonna say exactly how I feel. That's my hope for the off season. That's what I'm gonna be looking forward to: commercials and shoots and deals, and hopefully, it's bigger than just energy drinks and sports shoes. And that's my 99 cents in 99 secs. Highlights: Beauty Athlete of the Week is Natisha Hatterman. This look gave me a really good giggle, mainly because that is a bad bitch. I think if T was a girly girl, that we would be really, really close friends.
But I just want to come on here and shout out all the baddies because doing that yesterday gave me such a different level of respect for all the stuff y'all got to go through. Like, being a baddie is hard.
Fit Athlete of the Week, June Endo. June been coming out in fits. Her pink hair is very cute. June, specifically the cross outfit for me, is what, like, it's been living rent free in my head. Looked even better in person. And then she had like the cards, and that's how I knew the Aces were going to win the finals. Because like, why would you randomly wear cards unless you received a prophecy about the Aces? I think that she dresses really well, and I feel like not many soccer players dress really well. And that's not a bad thing that soccer players don't dress well. I don't think everybody has to be a fashion icon, but she is. Hair, just because the season is over, and I'm not going to have another opportunity to say this, but did y'all see Ka walk into Chicago? And let me tell you something about Ka in Chicago, okay? Ka in Chicago is really hard to remember that she's not from Chicago, that she's actually from Philly. It's really hard. Chicago loves Ka more than they love themselves. Chicago loves Ka arguably more than they love Candace Parker. And argue in the comments about that, because I have proof. I don't have any proof. I just felt it. I've been there when Ka was there. I've been there when Ka was like visiting, not visiting, like playing away home. They love her. They love her more than they love their own team, honestly. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think everybody does. Boy, do she put on a show for them. That hair, when she went to go congratulate Candace, I felt like, all right, Ka, like, not everything is about you. That's how good she looked. I would never be mad at this if somebody showed up to like my wedding or my birthday or like something about me and they looked the fuck good. They ate it down. That's why we're friends. It's like 30. It's a good 30%. I love great eye candy. If we're friends and if you want to be bummy, you could be bummy, but you show up eating down on my birthday, because I'm gonna show up eating down on my birthday. I'm gonna like how I look regardless. I'm gonna like how I look every day. There's really no reason why anyone should look less than a 10 when they're a 10. And we became friends over you being a 10. So I don't care that Ka, everywhere she shows her hair is laid. I love that for Ka, actually. She shows it everywhere like it's about her. Somebody put her on the runway. Athlete of the Week, obviously, every week Angel's giving somebody a run for their money. Because honestly, Angel she might be Athlete of the Week next week, because like who better? Athlete of the Week, again, it's hard for me to say that Fee is Athlete of the Week because Angel's sitting impressed with these goggles on. This is Fee's week only because Fee really put belt to ass with this one. And I think that I just witnessed the Phoenix / Aces crowd boo Kathy. I've never seen that before. And I don't think they would have booed her had it just been the pay us what you owe us from All-Star Weekend. So Fee is definitely Athlete of the Week. She's Athlete of the Week, but if this was put up to the same voting board that voted MVP, honestly, it probably would have ended up being Asia, because look at the material. She's Athlete of the Week, though. Like, my Woman in Sports of the Week is Holly Rowe. I saw that tumble. I'll play it for y'all. Just in case y'all didn't see it, now you've seen it. I saw that tumble and I thought to myself, Holly's probably gonna be out for the next couple of weeks. We're not gonna see her at the finals. Like, they're gonna have to get somebody else. All right, anybody else? Because the players be kind of frustrated. No one's ever told me that they're frustrated. I just be seeing them look frustrated. And I think she bounced back. She didn't miss any work. I'm convinced that she didn't miss a day. I don't know if she's had any pain or anything. Hopefully she's well, but she hasn't missed a beat. Listen, we can't really play about Holly after this, I feel, because I would have been like, somebody else cover the finals. I need a second. Holly is everywhere as well. What was she doing there? Football? Holly has an amazing body of work, but Holly has an amazing body of work because she don't ever sit down. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to encourage a baddie to not go after their paper though. So it is really impressive. And the fact that she made it to finals and was able to be coherent. That wraps up my highlights for this week. That's our video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love making these videos. It's my little happy place. And yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I think that this space growing would just be like really good for sports. That's just my take. Although, if God doesn't agree with me, it's not going to grow. And then I'll just have these videos to look back at and look at how sexy I was in my early 30s. I was I love it here.